body. We couldn't know, and he says, can you write and say this is where we are now, and it made sense, and I'm going to do it. But he is no longer in the ICU. He is home. His breathing has improved. The pulmonary hypertension situation has improved. The leg was grafted. We are home. Ugandans read that he is still in the ICU. They even read that what the voice note they put on Kaliso Liso, they read that he was now out of the hospital, need no help. Why are you still collecting money from people? So today, let me understand and tell you, Edgar is home for everyone. First of all, next week, when we are handing over this money, you will see him, NTV will talk to him, and all the media people who want to talk to Edgar, we are going to take that money, whatever we collect today, and hand it to Batte, and you'll be able to speak to him, and you will hear his voice. Yesterday, there were people there who said, Edgar can speak now, the smile has come back, and they were breaking down every second. But that took a lot of support from most people here have contributed. We saved Batte's leg from not being amputated. Please clap for yourself. You have saved a human being. Second thing we did, we grafted the leg of Batte. Grafting means we have removed, let me in a simple term, we have removed the flesh from somewhere else here, and then we took it and we put it here. So now, also that one, as of last night, it has turned black. The last dressing was done last night, which means the healing process is taking place. So what is the estimated time for Batte to heal? It means that that wound will be dry in the next 3 weeks, all factors constant in the next 3 weeks. When will he get back and walk again and we start seeing him? Today is 10th of September. It is expected, all factors constant, and if we help Batte, he will be completely healed from that wound come 30th December to 30th December. Completely healed. Please mark my word. The cyclists have come. You will see them at some point. Those guys will tell you a lot of stories. So that is the story of Batte. And that's how we started. So that first post that I made, we had almost. So I told Batte, whether you like it or not, I will make a decision and I don't need your permission. You can ask him. Anybody can ask him. He will tell you the same thing. And I'm glad we did make that decision. And today we are here. So Batte is leaving. Debunk the theory of Batte is not leaving. You guys are just giving us false hope. He is going to leave. If he listens, please mark my word, Edgar will walk again and will be back at work. Now, lastly, the doctor who is sitting inside there, I like to speak with facts. Me, I don't know how to speak with Holocaust. Me, I speak with facts. Yes. Yes. I called a group of friends. A few weeks, me and Sari and all these people we met some people. So I needed, as a health and fitness coach, I needed to find a solution to help Batte. Diabetes destroys your leg from here down. That's where it starts, or your arm, and then they keep chopping you and chopping you and chopping you until you die. So, to treat Batte, we needed to know the diagnosis. It is very surprising to me that Dr. Patrick Kamajo, who is seated inside there, is the son of this lady. Mama, can you just stand up and you see? Please stand up and wave. The very first person to contribute to the saving of Batte's life is the son of this woman. That I can tell you. And I have his report here. That report was challenged by everyone from Zambia Hospital to everyone until last week. 2 weeks ago is when they accepted to do the test. And the day they accepted to do the test, if you read my last post, which is about Batte is out of the hypertension situation, and we're going to put a tube on his lungs to draw, fluids and whatnot. That did not happen, because that day, between me and the doctors, we settled scores. And the scores was very simple. Before you do this, doctor, please get the right report. Mine was this, yours was this. If you don't get this, please don't dare, because you will kill Batte. And that day, I have that report from Zambia, and everything else I had anticipated came to pass. The moment they realized it and the test came back, the result came back positive, and everybody swung into action. In the anxiety situation in the Batte's stomach has reduced. The stomach is not, the lungs has not given up. Batte is out of oxygen. He has been home for 1 week, but it was that doctor who did the first diagnosis. Never walk to the hospital when you don't know what you're suffering from. And every time the doctor tells you this is the solution, please ask information. I lived in Europe. I'm sorry, there's one white man here, at least two now. Two white people here. One I met at this. I knew Tony was going to shout that word. Yes, I knew Tony was going to shout that word. There's one thing that the white people do very well. They think about every process of everything at every given time. We Africans, we have a problem of shortcuts. And then we this is what the book says. If it is not what this book says, I can't think out of this book. Please learn for critical thinking. It's called critical thinking. There's one human being in Uganda called Richard Kawesa. We wrote a book called Critical Thinking. 5 parts. Look at the environment, look at the climate, look at the timing, look at the relationship between the parts. There's something Bagana say, watia nyo, is the direct translation of English word, what if. I'm not a Muganda, but that one, I serve in the kingdom of Uganda, but that one I understood. So, please clap for Dr. Patrick Kawajo. And that, please go there. Ugandans, we have one problem of Africans. We don't know our status. So we go to the hospital. In fact, last person, it should be the one to say this one, not me. You always say this. We Ugandans go to the hospital when it is the last minute. We don't go when to know. So there is Dr. Patrick Kawajo there. Go there and know your status. Go there and do a diagnosis of your health. It doesn't mean that you are sick. You're going to discover something that you never thought you have. Joe Walker went there this morning, and Joe Walker didn't do his. Joe was supposed to go for his walk. He didn't go. Joe is waiting to go back for a massage. So Patrick is doing 50,000 in that room. Go and talk to him. Kasuku is still there. He's not yet out. So you can imagine how serious that conversation is. Kasuku is still what? Inside. He has not yet come out. So go there and know your status. Get the massage today. It is what we're using to awaken the Edgar's cells. That's why Edgar's left leg never got any wound. And today, Batte, last night, he's able to walk to the toilet himself, use the toilet himself, dress up himself, and come back and sit and continue to have a conversation. All of that was possible because God used many of you here seated as human beings to contribute. So please give yourself a big round of applause. Lastly, Batte is not going to die unless God says he dies. So please contribute your money knowing we're not sending the money to go to the grave. No, this one I can tell you. And by the time I say this to you, I know why Alice is smiling. Because we have been with the hospital with HR of Monitor. That lady is an amazing lady. And I would like you to give Alice a big round of applause. She has a heart different from many HR. Most HR usually what they do, they say, Edgar has a question when we are talking to Alice and says, how is the future desk doing? Can you imagine a person who has come from oxygen in the ICU, but they is still asking Alice, instead of fighting for his life, was saying, how is the future desk doing? Have you guys found some replacement? Ali says, we shall talk about that one later. She didn't answer the question. But I understood something from her when she came to deliver the message. She didn't tell Batte, by the way, you've been sick for more than 4 months. The HR policy says, if you are not in office for 3 months, you are technically fired. That is how our HR policies, most of them in most organizations are. So to Tony and your HR and your team, thank you that you haven't yet fired. Batte is looking forward to getting back to work. And this entire drive is to help Batte build himself back to life. It's a long road. It's a long road. Mark this from me. When you get diabetes, it's a long road. 1, heal the wound. 2, get back to your feet. That situation dehumanizes the human being. And let me tell you today, if you want to avoid any disease, don't get diabetes. It's a painful disease. Don't get diabetes. Don't get cancer. Please do everything to avoid diabetes and cancer. Avoid it. All right? So Edgar will need a lot of support from us, psychological support, spiritual support, physical support, and most importantly, financial support. But let us not collect money when we don't know what we are treating. That's our biggest problem. We could have saved Francis Batte if we had understood the situation. We could have saved Rosemary Nankabela if we had understood the situation. Today, let us work hard to save Edgar Batte and get him back to our feet, to his feet. So, with those many words, Kabajo is going to come and talk to us at some point. We have some people from the diabetes area. I will talk about health and fitness at some point, but let us wash cars. We need 900 cars to raise 45 million. Just do the mathematics. At 50,000, we need 900 cars today to sell. So, let's call our friends and let's come. So, once again, together, a big round of applause to you for saving Edgar Batte. I was reminded by Bule that I need to now to recognize some people here. I'll start by Mr. Sam Gombia here. Yes, these are, if you notice, there are more artists in the building than the normal human beings. You know why? Let me repeat that word. I'm very careful with my word. There are more artists here than the normal human beings. Reason being, Batte writes a lot more about art and entertainment. So he has touched life in that area. So Sam, you're welcome. Thank you. Maurice Kiria. Maurice Kiria is talking to the old generation. I guess he wants to tap some energy from there and wisdom. Yes, mentorship. So Maurice, one of the people I respect, and there are many people, but they're genuine people. Maurice Kiria reached out to me one day at midnight, 1 o'clock, and said, I'm putting up a concert, but things are hard. I don't have sponsors. They have not come, but I have this contribution I want to send to Batte. That guy has hold a special place in my heart. And I told Maurice, it's not about the money. Please let me remind you, it's not about the money. You can have all the monies in this world, but if you don't have a heart out of it, you will never make it. So, clap for Maurice Kiria. He said he would come. He said he doesn't have a car, but he's come to wash himself. I told him there are beautiful ladies here, they will clean you properly. Yes. Please, everyone clap for the longest man with the doctor. Kasuku is out finally. Yes. And we broke the mirror of your car, we are going to fix it. Yes. So Maurice Kiria, welcome. Many other people. I see Kenneth Mugabe. Where's Kenneth? Where is he? He's there seated. He likes doing that. There was a very interesting conversation last night. There was a very interesting conversation started by one artist, and he said, should I say it? Okay. So, Aziza Zone saying something that me, I am a talented guitarist. And I know this. But Kenneth Mugabe is what? He's just a singer. Yeah, I play with all the instruments. So I read all the comments. There was one comment. One of them came and said, that is very good, Aziz. But last night, when I went to attend Morris Kiria, Kenneth Mugabe played this, and played this, and played this, and he played the guitar, the last thing. So it actually means that the guy understands music and he can play all the instruments. The conversation ended. You can go there and look at the conversation. I like looking at the comments from people. So Kenneth, welcome. I enjoyed your performance at Morris Kiria. These guys said they will come here and support Edgar Batte. Bule has been doing some interesting conversation on many of the creative industry platforms. And I'd like to say thank you very much, Gabriel Bule, for standing with Edgar Batte and for running those live things you keep posting and keep posting, giving updates. So give him a big round of applause. There are some photographers here. Edgar is a photographer. So I want to go. He's using a very small camera. I don't know whether this is the one he uses always. But this man here is called Martin Jomba, one of Uganda's most talented photographers, documentary photographers. That one there. He doesn't look. Yes. Doesn't look, but they are very serious. So, Martin, welcome. Martin, welcome. I'm going to be announcing some other people around the corner when they come. Charity begins from home as I let the music play. Rasbi Sali. First come here. Who can guess that man's age when he walks here? How old do you think Rasbi Sali is? Some Gomia said 25. She said 30. Wells? 40. Wells? 55. They said 55. Wells? 95. Now, some are saying we go with the ladies. Now, there are people who survive death and they change the course of their life. Then there are people who turn wrong things, hard situation into life. In the lockdown, we started. Everyone was dying in the lockdown. So Sally got a bicycle and started riding everywhere. Me, I started by walking. So we used to walk, he would be riding, me, I was walking. I even delivered the food to people in the lockdown. He got a bike. Along the way, Sally changed his story. And this is the first person who came. The first person to write about a story about Sally was Edgar Batte. To write a story about Sally is Edgar Batte. So Sally has come to share something very small. It's about the touching story and how you get from people. Sam, I'll give Sally a minute on the microphone and then Sam is there running.
Thank you, Eddie. My name is Ras Bisali. Some of you know me, some don't. I see faces here. People have grown up with. This man here, Robert Nkambo, is a consultant. He's a black belt, I think. Black belt? Yes. Yes, he's very good at karate. So, this one, we've grown with him. Basically, I'm a musician. I have different faces, you know. Some people know me as a musician. Some of you have never seen me perform. But I'm one of those guys who started way back in the late 80s, early 90s. And we were very active on stage. But you know, as time goes on, you know, things change. So for now, I'm a fitness and health enthusiast. I promote physical exercising and different activities. And during the lockdown, I discovered the bicycle. Yes, we used to ride as young men way back, but when everything was locked down and we couldn't jog, we couldn't go to gym, we couldn't, you know, and the only option was the two-wheeler. And I was like, yes, I need to go back to what I used to do best. You know, here, the conditions here in Uganda are very hard when you're on a two-wheeler. You're seen as a nothing. You know, this is what guys in four-wheelers tell us. Those on borders, but we've persisted. And we are here to share our testimony on the benefits of that two-wheeler you see there. Before I go to that, Edgar Batte has been a long time here. At the university, he came to me. We met at somewhere at Amnesia. And he asked me, I want to write a story about you, about your love life. And I said, yes, it's okay. I'm used to news and whatever. So I've been following Edgar Batte. During the lockdown, he contacted me. He wrote another story about how I survived COVID. Because he used to be ride a bicycle to Nakasero Market, and I told him Nakasero Market is my hospital. And he wondered how. The market. When I said Nakasero is my hospital, he said, Nakasero Hospital? No, the market. That market you see there is a hospital. Many of you don't know, but you need to know that Nakasero Market is a hospital. Everything you need for living is about market. So, this has to happen.
So I'm here with Maurice Kiria and Daniel. Tuzo anokusupporting Car Wash. Maurice, I've invited Maurice to Yaya. Wanajja ku Yaya nya tukoleyo ka freestyle interview. From our days wali omanyi Maurice ono nakolako naye wali ku Rouge. Ate nga asasula sibanja naye kati wanangambye nti Kasuku wafuna ssente ate nga ge mazima kati saagala njokyeyo njagala just tungayeemu buwaya sente nazifuna nafunako kale ezisoboka okusinga ku ziri. So this is Maurice for you. And this is Daniel. Kati ono Uncle Stanley ndowooza mumumanyi wabuuzizaako kale kiwe. Yeah, can you, D, which day is flexible for you? On our 18th.
Before Daniel goes, on Saturday, how is your Saturday?
Then I was not Kurabanyeri. What day? Never bade wagira abantu bangabo. Nze custom muntu awagira omuna Uganda bisigadde. Byonna. But it's organic local food. Mune bisike. Yaya extra.
Mwendi kambuze kubatuize.
Muko. Soko je muko.
And the only way you can change your mindset
Babo cheyo.
is you have the game. You have the platform.
Okay.
So please take time and say
Sebo muko. Tweyanziza tweyanzige sebo muko.
you need to save a life. Me, if you come
ono muko wange gomya nze muwa omukyala era kati senga wane bifiriye nkoko wabijjeyo dda ntandise okulyalyako naye ndidde nnyo kimala n'amala tulika obulamu bugamba butya muko webale kujja amina ogenda kwoza naawe
njozeseza bwozesa abagagga bateekayo buteesi
naye bannawo
from the head.
So yeah, we are here at Edgar Batte's Car Wash. People are still coming in. I have my boss, SDB.
Those
omulaba ayina sente za URSB naye mukodo oli balyevuga. That man is mean.
Follow the footsteps. If you had, you wouldn't be here.
The man is as mean as it comes.
Very good testimony.
Very mean. I was telling Stanley, you have money from URSB, but you're mean. Kumachana musanga bamuwana motoka ya government. He drives the government car Mitsubishi, but he cannot. He has a Benz. He has a Touareg. He has a what other car? Your government Mercedes Benz. But did you change the Mercedes?
This food we eat. This food we eat is the medicine. You need to balance.
Ramiti okimanyi nti yagenze bweru naye batugamba mbutadda Ramiti omperezayo ku dollars sifa ku birala byogerwa oba okomawo batokomawo osalawo sigalayo dollars. Send me dollars. naye osiwa oyo omukyala mukwano yali yaŋŋamba mukyazeeko kinaye bageti twogere ku bintu abantu baagala omanya Uganda Registration Services Bureau ekola ki
Young girls normally run after me.
When I joined the
Because they see me as a strong man. So please, what is killing
but
us?
is Stephen Douglas balyevuga SDP omwavu ono you can't talk to him when you're broke. That is his motto from
You
way
sit the whole day.
back. Yaliko omusajja affe nga bebahandolinga Heineken mu Uganda.
You go home, you sit.
Then he got a bigger offer.
Since I stepped
When I was in
in
Heineken, Batte gave me coverage
have
on
you
every
noticed that?
single
Since I'm telling you,
So
I've been at the museum.
But is Heineken still there?
Muslim
It
run
is
have
there,
been standing
but
since
not
6
as big
a.m.
as our days.
What is killing
Okay.
us are those seats.
Kati deye okwate oyo rasibisa lyayo.
Border, home, stop sitting. Sitting kills. You cry of back pain all the time, neck. Because me, I had, like you told you, I had ulcers. Peptic. I checked the ulcers, I went to China, I checked. Same thing. Like, they referred me to a doctor, Dr. Jogo in Molago, top surgeon. So I go there, say, man, my stomach really bad. I have peptic ulcers, I've checked, I've done all the tests. Endoscopy, colonoscopy, the Valium, or everything. I'm like, now what's next? So when I go to him, he tells me, Sally, that long intestine, we need to chop it. My sister gets to me, when are you going to hospital? I'm like, wait. And then we had orange. I buy my data, I go home, I sit on the laptop. Mr. Google, how to heal peptic ulcers naturally. So I started reading reviews. I'm like, aha. After several months, Dr. Joe, you need to come back. I'm okay, doctor. Very simple. Lifestyle change. You need to change your lifestyle. Eating, exercise, balance the food. And it was very simple. Alcohol, fatty foods, fried foods, caffeine, carbonated drinks, or organic, and exercise. That's how I beat peptic ulcers. And in a few months, I was back. No stomach, nothing. You get, guys, but the remedy was simple. Mindset. But we have one problem in Uganda. I come to Eddie, you need to come and join us, we cycle. It's good. I'm busy. This thing of busy is going to let you down. You might be having lots of money, but it will reach a time when that money can't save you. So yes, we are going to die. It doesn't mean that because you're going to die, just cross the road without. We need to take care of ourselves. And we are trying to bring this to you, the corporate people. Because you have this thing, I'm corporate, I'm in a Benz, don't do this, you know. But at the end of the day, I see you. And all of you are young. The other time I had a problem with the cervical spine. Wear and tear, the disc. So the whole arm was paralyzed. I'm like, what? Couldn't even touch anything. I'm like, I'm dying. But later, the doctor told me the carrots I was using during the healing of peptic ulcers had the effect. That's inside thing. Wears and tears the spine. I'm like, oh, okay, because I used it a lot. So the doctor tells me we are going to regenerate the nerves. I'm like, okay, because we can't regenerate the disc. All the doctors were saying I need surgery, 15 million, 20 million. And even some doctor at Platinum, Dr. Guru, was surprised. When I went to him, he asked me, where is the patient? I'm like, I'm the one. He said, according to the results, the patient should be in the hospital. I'm like, but I'm here, I came on the bicycle. So, the whole story, the moral story of this is lifestyle. Lifestyle change. Let's change our lifestyle. Let's look at what we eat. Let's exercise. And let's, the media, be the champion. Let's move together. Let's give back to the people. We are fun cycle in Uganda. Come, guys. This is our jersey. We have two jerseys, the one I'm putting on, and this one. This one we normally use when we're riding on the road, and this one for the off-road. Why? This is white. This has minimal white, because we have different bikes. In case you need to ride, these bikes are different. You just go to the shop, you just buy. No, you need to understand the dynamics of bicycles. There's what they call the mountain bike, the hardtail. There's what they call the full suspension. There's what they call the gravel. There's what they call the road bike. There's what they call the city bikes. Hybrid. We call it tipper. So you need to know the type of bicycle you need and what you're gonna use it for. You might go in the forest and then you go with the road bike. Trust me, you'll suffer. Yes, madam.
Is it possible to have a tricycle for seniors? Because I tried learning during COVID time. I tried learning how to ride a bike, but my fear was, when we don't want to fracture with that one. Now I'm trying to find where I can buy a tricycle for the seniors, so that I go back with my. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your concern. Now, one thing you should scrap out of your mind is fear. If you want to achieve, leave the fear. the negativeness there, have the positiveness. People come to us, oh, jump far, border. I'm like, no worries. Let me die. People die in their bathrooms. If I'm to die because of border, it's okay. So get that fear out. Now, secondly, I will help you develop a tricycle. Because I even have one at home. I want to train women, because there are many women who want to ride, but they don't. So I developed one. But if you have one, we can modify it.
No, I don't have really.
But you need it. Kakati wetagogula akabakyala wetagogula akagali kabakyala nkambo kitegeera. So akagali kabakyala enakasero we buli bana ku mitwalo 23 bazire zaffe bazitya wanze gyenvuga milioni 4 milioni 3 eriko trek eno. How much is this one? 5 million. So when you see us on the bicycles, please don't despise us. We have machines. Around there, look at that. You know, when you knock me, you won't be able to buy that bicycle.
Yes, I know the questions are coming, but let me just answer it. UAX 914V, they need your car keys, please. UAX 194V, please take the car. They need the key for watching. UAX 194V. Please come to the car right now. They need your car. And then also, the owner of UBF 260, the Wish, Toyota Wish, UBF 260. Or WAVE, please can you go to your car? The owner of number WAVE, UBF 260, please go there while Mr. Sally finalizes here, okay? The questions are many, but Mr. Sally will answer them, yes.
So, I have Victor Wadia. He's an economist. So you see the kind of people we write with. Lubwama here, John Herbert Lubwama, is still a student, IT student. And also Mr. Edgar is not in uniform, but is also part of Fun Cycle in Uganda. You can follow us on Facebook, Fun Cycle in UG. Even now, use your phones and follow us. Fun Cycle in UG. On Twitter, we are on. TikTok, we are on. Instagram, we are on. And Facebook. Fun Cycle in UG. So I'm trying to inspire Mr. Ndawula here. I normally go to your extra. I was asking him if there's an opportunity we want to go and visit the Kamswaga in Coach. By the way, we are fun cyclists. We also look at the fitness, our health. We support charity. Because we've done a malaria campaign with the Rotary Club of Channel SAS. We fundraise with the self-help amputee Uganda. We've supported maternal health. And we also promote Ugandan tourism using the bicycle. Do you know that you people who drive cars, there are lots of places you don't see that we see when you're in your cars. So we use this bicycle to promote Ugandan tourism. So if we do it with the media, it will interest a lot of people. We also promote safety, because we are always on the road. So safety is very key in what we do. Because we have these narrow roads. You know, our roads are not safe. They're only designed for the cars, but we have the pedestrians, we have the borders, we have the cyclists. We all use this narrow road, so we need to be good to each other. So this campaign we are trying to put forward can be achieved when we partner with the media. So we ask nation media, please. We are here. So if we come to you, don't just say, so we visited Toro. We went to Toro for the Choto Hampango. We cycled 285 kilometers in one day. Even the king was surprised. And then we went to the Greater Lakes. We even won the canoeing. And they were you know, we've been to Hoima. We normally do the Kalangala ride via Masaka, 172 kilometers every year. So we are strong people. Even people get surprised. Now we've just done 50. Just here in town. So, but this is the mindset. If you tell your mind that I'm going to do it, you do it. But when you get onto the you don't go. Never gamba. Sija kugwa. Your mind, I will fall, and then you fall. So me, I believe in, I draw a line here. Negative, be silent. And go with the positives. That is how I live. I'm a positive person. This thing of putting your negativity into the brain will drag you back. So let's leave the negativity there. Positive. Nenda Fort Poto. 180. So our oldest rider is 62 years. Okay, now to the truth. Yes, go on. Start. Now trust me, that gentleman, you can't ride with him. How to sing? You can't remember the Punjaga. And you're the Munyanansi. You will wait. Don't get to know you. But when you're Munyanansi, Mubisi, Gonja, that is why we pick the energy. So follow us. You learn a lot about cycling. Otegele how we endure riding 280 kilometers without fail. Nenga tukoze samere na kasero market. Gonja na mawojolo ukaya stopani gonja to the chips and chicken. You see? Take a mark of pochi gonja onyo kumunana sinora la moguru wa basumuru. So our newest rider, Robert. So you see, he found us at a Lilo drinking coffee. And he saw the bicycles and he was like, hey, who are these ones? I've been missing cycling. We are fun cycling YouTube. So he's here with us now. So don't worry, even if you're 70 years, by the way, you know Mchala. You know Mchala. In fact, Mchala Ali Great African Safaris, they are riding 6,000 kilometers across East Africa in 55 days. As I speak now, by Ingira Burundi. So in 15 days, they will be here in Kampala. So this is not covered in the newspapers. It's taking it. So you need strong bones, strong muscles, two-wheeler. This is all amazed with God. So thank you, Mr. Edgar. I'm the chairman of Fan Cycling Uganda. He's the secretary. And all these guys are members. We are over 100 riders in our club. We're a fully registered cycling club. Fully fledged. We have a constitution guidelining us. We have structures. So you'll be very safe when you join Fan Cycling Uganda. Thank you so much for listening to me. But thank you so much. Let's pray for our brother Edgar Batte to heal. My slogan is ride to liberty. That bicycle will lead you to liberty. But musicians, but now we are to follow Nakuru. The Nanga to know God. To work with Kuba on a Tufu Gari, Mukuba ebifaananyi byonna bigende tuleme kubanga politics yekayabira ku front page. Twagala tuzuuke lumu nga news NTV monitor abavuzi b'omugaali bawambye ekibuga, but in a good way. So thank you so much for listening to me. May God bless you all.
Please give a big round of applause to Ras Bisali. A big round of applause to Fan Cycling UG. The first article about how to survive during COVID was written by Edgar Batte. Little wonder, the one who was written about is here, that he got COVID, survived it using Nakasero market, and we're here. Now, the owner of car number UAN 202Q. Please take your car there. We're going to take a break from the talks, and then we'll have Dr. Kamajo come afterward at some point, and the guys from the Diabetes Center to come. Then I'll talk about the health and fitness at some point. So the owner of car number, the Mercedes-Benz, looking very nice, UAM 202Q. Please take your car there. Now, everyone who has come to watch the car, please take your car there. If you're a staff from Monitor Publication, Nation Media Group, please go behind there. We have the professional people washing the car, but you also have a part of cleaning the carpets, cleaning inside, polishing the tire, wiping the car. All of that make it, fun for us to support. Lastly, get yourself a drink here, but drink responsibly. Find yourself a glass of juice. All of this is going towards Batte. All of this is going towards Batte. And inside there, if there is anything you want to give yourself today in this campaign, is to go to Dr. Kabajo and do your diagnosis inside there. There's a diagnosis test going inside there. First, go and know whether you have a disease or you don't have. And if you have, how do you go about it? What are the situations that I have? Thank you very much, Kasuku and the friends. Kasuku has done a good job of going inside there. You should tell us what his experience is. Kasuku, can you tell us what your experience is inside there? Yes. What do you say? What? Because people are saying they went inside.
Thank you very much. Kasuku is my name. Thanks, guys, for coming around to contribute to our friend Edgar Batte's treatment. Just before I tell you about the machine, let me just say something small because, well, you won't give me another minute. Please. I met Edgar Batte in my Form 6. He was working with my brother. So my brother, we were going to I think, Fort Portal. At the time it was, I think, it was moving to Airtel. Airtel. They were giving out houses. So I remember I came here. They used to have buses that would take people, like journalists. So it's the first time I met him. He was a guy who wouldn't say so many things, but he always got surprised with the way I did my things. So he'd always look at me and laugh, and he's like, hey, good guy, so he used to be curious. So from those times, I think everybody...
So the reason why Batte is very comical when we talk, even right now, if you meet Batte, you will crack a joke, even in the hospital.
So he's been a good guy to almost everyone. When he doesn't know you, he doesn't over-engage, but when he knows you, he will engage fully. So thank you very much. And also, Temuko Mako just sent that car.